3 reasons why new operators should never buy locations or routes. I really do get it. You are doing something for yourself, for your family, to bring extra security, and that feels great, and it's really exciting, and it also feels very urgent. A lot of times when people are ready to start a business and have a large sum of money that allows them to buy a route or a location that's already running and making money, it seems like a really good idea. But I want you to hold off and think about a couple things before you take this step. The first reason you should never buy a route or a location as a beginner is simple. You just don't have any idea what you're looking at. It's kind of like if you buying a house for the first time or buying a car for the first time. You really don't know what questions that you really need to ask to make sure you're getting your money's worth. You don't know what you're looking at all the time, and especially when it comes to a vending machine route, which could include the machines, inventory, and vehicles, and much more, versus a location. It's really hard to determine if you're getting the best bang for your buck or not. So it's really just best to stay away from trying to analyze a route or a location when you're just starting. And so you might also be thinking, well, what about those sites that sell leads and you go to the location and you check everything out? Aren't those okay? Well, once again, you don't really know what you're looking at. And a lot of times those people are getting leads that really don't qualify for machines, and they're just passing it off and selling it to you because they know that you're an excited new operator, you don't know how to find locations, and you're not going to ask them too many questions that will hint to whether or not the location is going to make you money. Most new vending operators are just excited for the location. So they hear the basic numbers that they got off a Facebook group or a YouTube video and go with that. And once again, you just really don't know what you're looking at, and so it really takes some time before you should start buying routes and buying locations, and you should take some time and operate your own route and build it location by location. And along the lines of not knowing what you're looking at, you have no clue what you're getting into. You are going from 0 to 100 very quickly. And sometimes just adding one location to an established route is a challenge. So getting acclimated to several machines across different locations, not really knowing the equipment and things like that, can make it very hard to be successful. A lot of business owners get frustrated and quit before they even make their money back from the investment. The second reason you should never buy a route or a location as a beginner is because the equipment is going to fail. It is inevitable that the equipment is going to fail. New vending machines have about a 10-year lifespan. So at some point, there are going to be little hiccups and issues that happen. So if you get a route or a location that already has a machine in it and it's not working properly, how do you know how to troubleshoot that machine or where to start to even start to locate what the problem might be? You may think that a coin jam is something way more serious and it costs you even more money in sales and time that you're trying to determine what these things are. A lot of times when locations or routes are being sold, not always, but a lot of times these operators know they're going to be removed or the machines are having problems and they just want to pass off their headache to somebody else. And once again, here you are as a new excited beginner and you're ready with cash in hand to buy the location, so why not? And then you end up inheriting the problems that you don't have any clue how to fix. In some cases, there may be vending machine maintenance repair people in your area, and you can call them and they can help you. But once again, that's something that is an unnecessary cost if you just take the time to learn things the right way. The third reason, and this is one I see quite often, is that a lot of times when you're starting off your vending machine business with a route, with an established route or lots of locations that are already up and running, it's because that most people are going through a life transition. I've seen people that are retiring from the military, retiring from their corporate careers, selling their home, just lifestyle changes that allow them to have this lump sum of cash. And so buying a route or a location looks very tempting because you can just get up and running, and then as that beginner mindset, make your money back quickly. And that is just not a good decision. You're already going through a major life change, sometimes relationship wise, sometimes graduating from school, career changes. All of that is already a lot to navigate. So now you're going to add a full-on business on top of that. Most people don't realize that they cannot fit their business into their current lifestyle. You have to create a completely new lifestyle. There's no way that you're going to be able to chip away at enough things to make time for your business. You have to sit back and reevaluate what's important to you and what you can delegate or what you don't need to continue to do. And this is especially important if you're buying a route, because sometimes you're buying a route in an area that maybe you work close to that area, but it turns out that you're always on the other side of town. This is why sometimes it's hard to fit that business into the current lifestyle. And so you have to completely rethink how you do things. Instead of buying a route or buying a location or a lead off of a website, here's what you should do instead. You first have to have a way to determine if you're going to be able to service the route and if it is going to be worth your time. You need to establish your service area. This is important for so many reasons. If you're in a major city like Atlanta, you don't have to stretch your service area that far. If you are in a rural area, you might have to go a little bit further or into the next major city in order to get the locations you want. And that's the second step. What types of locations are you going after? Because many operators are like, oh, I want the money-making locations, I want the hospitals, and I want the hotels, but then they're going and knocking on the barbershop doors and the hair salon doors. So it doesn't make any sense. It's not matching up. So you have to be able to know where those businesses that you want are and target those businesses. That's why it's important to create a service area. Otherwise, you'll be purchasing a route that's well outside of somewhere you're going to service. That's going to lead to issues, customer service issues, and ultimately get you removed from the location. Once you find that service area, you want to start to target locations in that service area. And so to do this, you're going to need to set up a professional website, a local address, phone number, and a professional email address. This will also give you time to set up a lot of business documentations that are going to be required to get payments from your vending machines. And a lot of operators run into issues receiving payments when they buy a route out of the gate and they just have no clue what they're doing. So this allows you time to set up all that back-end information, get all your licenses, get all your bank accounts set up, get all your wholesale club memberships, and any other things that you may need to run your business. So if you're getting started in the vending business and you want to avoid making the big mistake of buying a route or location that doesn't make you money, like this video and comment systems. I'll send you my location checklist so that you know if a location is worth your time.